Hello everyone. Thank you for coming back and visiting my channel. Today I'm going to be making a daisy wreath. If you are new, thank you for coming. My name is Teresa. I'm the owner of Perfectly Imperfect Designs. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Today we're going to be making a daisy wreath with a dollar. No, this is a Dollar General wreath form. It's 12 inches instead of 14. It's 2 inches shorter. I have my pipe cleaners already on here. This is the sign that we're going to be using. It's got daisies and lavender in it. For the ribbons, I'm using 2.5 inch daisy ribbon and 1.5 inch yellow. The other two ribbons that I'm going to be using, the 2.5 inch yellow with the 1.5 inch denim, blue denim. Get my ribbons over here. The mesh that I'm going to be using is, this is a basic Deco mesh, and it is cut to 30 inches long. I'm going to be doing the Woodland Ruffle today. I'm also pairing it with the white snowflake Deco mesh, or snowdrift. I think this one's snowdrift Deco mesh. And I'm again going to be doing the Woodland Ruffle, and every other one will have blue, and then, you know, blue, white, blue, white. So the first thing that I need to do, put my camera down a little bit more, is put the mounting squares on the back of my wreath sign. So this is a sign. I have these 4 mounting squares. Make sure I get to the top. Okay, that one will be right there. Okay, I'm going to set my sign to the side, and we're going to let that dry. Alright, here's our wreath frame. I have 18 ties on here. I only put ribbon in my white ties, not the purple, because the wreath frame is smaller, and I don't want the entire thing covered by ribbon. I would like to see the mesh as well. So, let me get my trusty dusty rock out. I'm going to lay out my denim colored basic Deco mesh. Not sure if you can see that very good. I'm going to curl in the side 2 or 3 times, clip it, go to this side, do the same. Then I'm going to walk my fingers up the middle, and this is called the Woodland Ruffle. And simply take my pipe cleaner, open it up, and place my mesh down inside. Alright, now for the white. Put my trusty dusty rock on there. It's just easier for me to roll it on one side. And the reasoning for rolling it on one side is to cover up the fray. It's all mesh frays. There's nothing that we can do about it. We can conceal it, but we can't actually call it no fray. Okay. Place this one down in here and tie it up. Okay, you want to go along, stand up your ruffles next to each other. Back to the denim colored ribbon. I'm going to do a few more of these with you, and then I will go complete the outside of the wreath form. So we curl it up, clip it. You can use a chip clip, whatever kind of clip that you have, clothespin, anything works. You don't have to have one just like mine, just anything that will hold it. Okay, back to this side, and go up the middle. guys glad it's April finally? I know I am. It's been raining a lot though, but you know, I live in Indiana and I'm sure the farmers are happy about it, as long as we don't flood. Okay, stand them up. Back to the white. Now, you can use any kind of 10-inch mesh that you would like. You know, you can get it from Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere, and do the same method of ruffle. You can also get a better quality mesh from trendytree.com, the wreathshop.com. Look in there for it. But if the only thing that you have is Hobby Lobby mesh, it will be just fine. You don't have to have anything more than that. Even Dollar Tree mesh might work. I don't know. I mean, I know it's not as wide as this, so I don't know what the end result would be. Alright guys, I'm going to do this one and then I will fast forward and finish the outside perimeter of the wreath frame. I did get my wreath frame from the Dollar General store, but they also sell this size at Walmart. So if you don't have a Dollar Tree near you, this is ideal. It still makes a pretty large wreath. Just down in here. Stand them up. It's easier if you stand them up as you go. Pull your pipe cleaners up. Okay, so for the outside, it's easier if you place your inside pipe cleaners towards the middle as you go. That way you don't accidentally grab one and put it into it, you know, accidentally get confused and grab one that's from the middle when it's supposed to be from the outside, or the outside when it's supposed to be for the middle. Alright, we'll do one more. Roll this in a couple times. Hook it. Turn it. Now sometimes the clip itself is heavy enough to hold it down. Okay. This in here. Make sure you get your half pipe cleaners really tight. And my reasoning for doing it this way is I don't want my entire wreath covered with ribbon. I like to see the mesh as well. Some people don't. I do. Okay, I'm going to complete the outside of the ring, and I will meet you when I'm done completing it. So hold on just a second. Okay, you guys, I've got the outside of the wreath form completed. Now, before I move on to the middle, I'm going to go around and cut off my purple pipe cleaners because I'm not going to be putting any more in them. Now my wreath frame is, I mean, there's a lot of people that do it like I did with the pipe cleaners. but the way I learned it was from watching Brenda at Busy Bee Creations. So shout out to Brenda. And I really like the way that she did it, because she doesn't really care for her wreath to be covered in ribbon either. And I like ribbon, don't get me wrong, I want ribbon on here, but there's a difference in, you know, just putting it in a few ties and putting it in every single tie. This is only a 12-inch frame, so it's not going to look good if we put ribbon in all 18 ties. There's the outside. Hey, if you guys haven't yet, could you please like and subscribe? I am almost to 8,000 subscribers. And, or maybe I'm almost to 7,000. Anyway, if you please subscribe, because I realized that half of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So it would do me a world of good if you could just take a minute, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell, and share my video with family and friends. So there's that. Okay, let's go. Gonna do the middle now. Again, I'm gonna do a couple of these with you, show you where I'm gonna put them at. I mean, I just think that after you have seen me do this over and over, you kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. Again, my ribbons, or my mesh is cut to 30 inches. It's 10 inches wide. I just think this looks really cute. It looks very much like denim. It does to me. I don't know what it's showing up like in the camera. So then I just pull these up the middle of the ring. Get my pipe cleaner ready. Back to white. Down, put that on there, my rock, my trusty dusty rock. Oh, clip it, turn it, and do it again. Just roll your fringed fraying edges under. I cut them off as I go. And roll it up, or ruffle it up. Okay, put the white one down in here. And sometimes I fill in my hole in the middle. I'm not going to today. I don't think it's going to be that weighted down. I did go ahead and pre-make the bow for this video. I'm going to be coming out with a Mother's Day wreath video as well as a shabby chic. And I'll make the bow with you guys for that. So be on the lookout for that video coming up. Back to the blue. Do this one and then I'll probably finish going around the inside perimeter of the wreath. I only have 6 ties on the inside, 12 on the outside, total of 18 ties, but I do not put ribbon in every single tie. That's why you saw that some of my pipe cleaners were different colors. Okay, here's what we have so far. You can see where I put some in the middle. I still have this side to go. So I'm going to continue to finish the inside perimeter of the wreath, and I will meet you back when I finish. So see you in a little bit. Okay, you guys, I'm on my very last ruffle for the middle. Do this one together. This one down there. Now it gets really tight down in there. The closer you get to being finished, that's okay. Okay, stand up my ruffles. Make sure they're all up. Make sure my pipe cleaners are standing up. Again, I'm only putting ribbons in my white pipe cleaners. So I'm going to be using 12 sets of ribbon. You don't necessarily have to have different kinds of ribbon. You can use the same 2 ribbons on the whole thing. You can use 1 ribbon on the whole thing. It doesn't matter. There's no rules. All right, we have a base complete. And I'm going to cut off some of the frays that I can see. And of course, we'll go around the very end and cut off frays too. That one just doesn't want to go. Okay. Okay. Again, the ribbons that I'm going to be using are I'm going to be using the daisy ribbon with the 1.5 inch yellow. And 2.5 inch dash ribbon with the denim that matches the daisy ribbon. So let's get started with ribbons. Now how I do it is I take my ribbons, put them on top of each other. I put the smaller one on top. Doesn't matter, you can put the larger one on top if you choose. And then I put mine down on my table. Fix it. Pull your wires, straighten your ribbon. All the ribbon is wired. Now I'm going to be looking for the white pipe cleaners on the outside. You can go ahead and put ribbon in every single pipe cleaner. You should have 18. And if you just put the pipe cleaners on a regular wreath form, whether it be from the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, one just like this, try to put 8 on the top, 10 on the bottom, and space them about every 4.5 to 5 inches apart. I like to move the fan this way. Okay. You run along. We go to the yellow dash with the blue. Hold it in the middle. Now you can crunch it up in your hand like this if you choose. I've gotten to the habit of doing it on my table, so it kind of takes me a little bit longer to do it in my hand. Okay, the next pipe cleaner, put it down in there. Tie it off. Fan out your ribbons. Pull your ribbons towards you and fan them out. Hold it up. So you have this. Isn't that cute? It's adorbs. Back to the daisy. Again, my ribbons and the sign that I'm using are available in my shop. It is linked below. I also have a lot of other ribbon and sign sets located there, so check them out, you guys. If you get the ribbons and sign, you too will be able to make a wreath just like this one. I get my Deco mesh from my wholesaler. So I named the places off earlier that you could find your own. Or just go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and get it there. Okay. Back to the daisy. I love this daisy ribbon. I think it's so pretty. And I love the fact that it's on denim. I just think that looks really cool. Next one. Pull them up and out. You want to make sure you fan them. I will go around and cut my pipe cleaners off of everything when I get the ribbons completed. Alright, we are back to yellow. Crease it. My ribbons again are cut to 12 inches in case I didn't say that. This in. Pull them out. You always want to make sure your ribbons are fanned out. Okay, that's for the bottom, or the outside perimeter of the wreath is completed with the ribbons. Now we still have the 6 on the inside. So I'm going to do a couple of them with you and then I will carry on and come back. Or I'm going to do a couple of them with you and I will complete the inside. And then come back and get our bow and our sign on. Okay, you guys, I'm coming up to the very last ribbon tail. These are ribbon tails. Put this down on here. And tie it. Okay, spread these out. Again, I still have to go around and completely straighten out my ribbon tails. I don't like to do that until the very end because the more you touch the mesh, the easier it frays. Okay, so I'm going to cut off my top pipe cleaners. Daisies are really in this year. I mean, I think they're in every year, but more so this year. Just like bees and lemons. Okay, I've got all my pipe cleaners cut on the top or in the middle. The reason why I keep saying the top is if this was a work wreath form, the ties would already be on it. You don't have to put pipe cleaners or anything like that on it. Here, let me show you something. This is what is called a work wreath form, and it already comes with these ties on it, and it's elevated. It has a bottom and a top. So when I say the outside and the inside, I'm referring to the outer bottom to the inner top. So this is what a work wreath form looks like. I just like littler wreaths sometimes, so I don't use these all the time, but 95% of the time I use a flat wreath frame. Where I live, everyone has storm doors, so it makes it kind of hard to make a great big wreath when you have a screen door and or a storm door and then your regular house door, just to keep the snow from getting in. Okay, I'm going to grab the sign. Our mounting squares have had time to, let me put this right here. Our mounting squares have had time to stick. They're not going anywhere. Grab my pipe cleaners. Okay, I got my pipe cleaners. I have 4 of them. And these that I put on here, I just take my pipe cleaner, put it through there. I like for my pipe cleaner to be long in the back, so instead of doubling it, I twist it onto itself. I will not be losing the footage of how I put my bow and my sign on in this video like I did the last one. I was so upset when I made my Happy Easter Bunny with the cheetah print glasses. Got the whole wreath done, thought I was recording, and I lost the footage of where I put my wreath sign and my bow on. So I keep double checking it this time. Okay, we're going to wreath back over here. Not so sure where I want it yet. I think I'm going to have it on the side. Let me get the bow. Like I said, I made the bow earlier, but we're still going to add some embellishments to this. Today I think I'm going to do it side by side. I find myself going top and bottom a lot, and I'm ready for a change. Let me hold this up for a second. Okay. Get my sign on first. Wow. Everything wants to stick to it now. And the way I get my sign on is I take my trusty dusty yarn needle. It's a plastic darning needle. You can get these at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, just about any craft shop, but you can also get them from Wreath Decor by Dawn. She's on Etsy as well, and she sells the needles. Put this straight down through the mesh. Now we don't want it, you know, super tight, so that it's not smashing down our mesh and ribbon and everything else. Get it all through here, and then I will turn it over and tie it onto the frame. Okay. Next one. I love this sign. I think it looks so pretty. Okay, let me make sure my sign's where I want it before I turn it over. Most of the time I tie it onto the frame without turning it over. Let me see how far down it is, because it smashes my ribbons, but I'm not worried so much about that right now. I want you guys to see how I put a sign on. And I'm missing one tie. Where's the other? Oh, here it is. Okay, what I do is I just take it and tie it onto the wreath frame. And you really don't want to pull on it a whole lot, because it'll sink down in your wreath and just make everything look unproportioned and smashed everywhere. You pretty much just wrap it around anywhere where you feel like it's going to grasp on good. Let me turn it back over and make sure my sign's still in the right place. And it is. When I do that, I get stuck on the fact that I need to fix my ribbons. I need to just finish the sign because that's what I'm working on. Okay. Turn it back over. And I'm going to put this one right here. You don't want your sign to jiggle, but you don't want it down in your mesh to where it looks like it's flattening out everything either. Because that's just not a good look. Your wreath is supposed to look pretty airy. I'll cut those off when I get done. Okay, 1, 2. Here's my 4th one. And for it, I'm going to tie it down here. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it right side up for this. Well, I was going to, but it's just as easy to turn it over. You can cut the remainder of your pipe cleaner off, or you can continue to twist it all the way around until you use it off. I like to leave mine on till the very, very end when I'm adding my embellishments. That way I know whether or not it's perfectly straight, or as straight as I want it. I shouldn't say perfectly straight, because people put signs on wreaths different ways. There's not really a proper way to position your sign. It's whatever makes you happy. Now for the bow. Here is our bow. I pre-made the bow for time's sake. Like I said, my next 2 wreath videos, I'll be making a bow with you guys. So where do I want the bow? Thinking like right here. Make sure all my tails are down. And ribbon sticks to mesh, you guys. And I think I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to turn it around so that you can see it right side up. And of course I'll be cutting my tails. They won't be all scattered everywhere like this. So again, I'm going to take my darning needle. I'm going to put my pipe cleaner through the hole. Actually, I'm going to put both pipe cleaners through the hole. Fold that over. Go down through my mesh again, like I said earlier. When I was putting on my sign, I'm doing the exact same thing with the bow. And again, we don't want the bow smashing everything down, just like we didn't want the sign to do that. So I've got it around here. And I want to tie this to the frame. I had 2 pipe cleaners on the back of the bow. And like I said, we will fix those when we are finished. Now everything is smashed, but that's okay. I'm going to fluff it all up. I just like this ribbon because it looks like jean material. It is actually denim. Signs and my ribbons are available in my shop, along with a lot of others, and I just have wreath signs as well. Okay, I'm going to grab these loops and spread them out. And they're not going to go anywhere. They're all in there pretty good. I will cut these tails and we'll see what we're going to put in for embellishments. Got a lot of ribbons. So what I'm going to do, cut them straight across for now. about that, guys. Thought my trash can was to the left of me. I must have moved it. Okay. Do this one the same. Now I'm going to well, you know me. Now I'm going to fluff my bow because I could stand here and fluff this bow all day long. If you've watched me for very long, it's never good enough to me. So anyway, okay. Now I'm going to dovetail my edges, the ends of my ribbon, and the way that you do that is you just fold it in half, matching both of your wire sides up like that. Cut it a crease down diagonally, and you will get this dovetail. Okay, let's see if I can do these. No, I have a 1.5 in there, so I'm going to have to do these separate. That's okay. I love making wreaths. And hey, you guys, if you like what you see, please subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, so you'll be notified every time I go live or put up a new video. I don't want my loops covering the sign. The sign says hello. Okay, start from the very bottom. To dovetail. I left my glue gun on earlier so that we could put some embellishments in this. I've got some lavender, I've got some daisies. I've got some lavender that looks kind of blue to me. I don't know how it's going to show up in the camera. And this will be our last one right here. Cut that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from one side, my ribbon tails, and I'm simply just going to run my hand underneath them like this, so they curl at the bottom. These. See how much body that gives them? Now with the middle ones, I think I will go ahead and curl them. They're all going to show. Go ahead and do this side. Up under here. Rub my hands up underneath these bow tails. This one as well. And this one. I don't know if I like those middle ones curled or straight. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know if you think this denim looks blue. I can't tell by looking at my camera. Sometimes blue shows up as purple and purple shows up as blue, so it makes it kind of hard when you're a viewer. I'm going to pull them down like this and just let them sit right there on the top. Okay, now I'm going to grab some embellishments that I have in the other room. And we'll jazz it up a bit with some daisies or what have you. Let me grab my embellishments. Be right back. Okay, you guys, I pulled some flowers that I had. These are daisies that I think I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm debating on whether or not to leave the green on these because of the green in the sign that's showing. But I really don't like them, so I don't think I'm going to use the leaves. I also have this lavender that shows up as blue. And it does have a blue tint to it. So I'm going to cut some of these down. I might just be able to pull it off of there. Yep, that's the only part I want right there. So let's see. I do like the leaves on the lavender. They're very dainty and pretty. Okay. There we go for now. And I'm going to cut these. I don't want to use the leaves for these. They're just too dark for daisies. Okay, I have my hot glue gun on. I think I'm going to have one daisy for the middle of my bow. I don't think, well, maybe 3 will look okay. Let's see. Some of that off. And I think that looks super cute. So I try to do things in groups of 3. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this and stick it in the middle of our bow. There we go. I really like them there. Okay, I'm going to go through and add some lavender to the bow. I think. Yeah, I might as well. Just little sprigs here and there. I don't want to overwhelm it. Some on the other side. There we go. Down in there. Alright, let's get some more daisies on here. Glue webs everywhere. There we go. Do I want to keep them as 3 or cut them? It's my dilemma right now. I like them in 3s, I think. At least a couple of them. So I like that one right there. Let me hold it up for just a second, guys. Yes, I like this one right here on the side of the sign. Don't need a whole lot of glue. It would probably be better for me to use my glue pot when I do this, but my glue gun was already heated up and my glue pot was not turned on. Okay, got the daisies over there. And like I said, we're just going to put them in random places throughout the wreath. Don't want too many, but I do want them to show. I think that looks pretty. So let me turn it around because the cord on my glue gun is only so long, you guys. Push it down in there further. Let's see how that looks from the front. course, you look at a wreath from all sides, not just the front. That looks cute. And let's see, I think I'll do one more. Or actually, I have my sets of 3, but I'm going to do a set of 4. Just because I think it looks really cute on here. Let's see, where do I want these? Thinking down in here. As long as my bow tails aren't going to cover it up. Yeah, I like that right there. Just be really careful with your hot glue gun, you guys. It will get you. No matter how experienced you are, it will get you. It burns, and it burns very bad. I've burnt myself so many times, I can't even count. Sit there and dry for a bit. I think that's all I'm going to use, you guys. I'll save the ones that I have left for a different project. I think it's looking super, super cute. I'm going to hold it up and show it to you guys. And then I'm going to get a picture of it hanging on the door. I still have to cut off some of my pipe cleaners, make sure the back is pretty clean and the mechanics aren't showing too badly. And if they are, I cover it with a placemat, a round placemat. But usually it doesn't look too bad. Let me see. Okay, you guys. Here is the completed wreath. I think it turned out super, super cute. Again, the wreath ribbons and the sign are available in my Etsy shop listed below. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I go live. Well, I'm not holding it right. And I wanted to tell you guys, this wreath measures 22 inches around. So that's not bad for a 12-inch wreath form that you can get from Walmart, Dollar General, any of those places. I also have other sign and ribbon combinations in my shop as well. So if you would, please join me for my next video. I'm going to be making a Mother's Day wreath. Also a couple more spring wreaths before I move on to red, white, and blue. So until next time, everybody, I will see you then. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.